Hey
Yes.
everyone, Tanya and Dawn here with ALS Family of Faith. Dawn is one of our caregivers, and if you haven't seen her or seen her post on our Facebook support group, she also runs our social media. And I am the director of development. So that means that I just get to build connections and relationships with donors and partnerships within the ALS community, Family of Faith, and what we do and how we function. I am going to have Dawn share a little bit more about who care partners are and what they do and how they come alongside those that are living with ALS and their caregivers.
Yes. So I have the privilege of being a care partner. So care partners come alongside people at time of diagnosis. So we work with the patient as well as their family members. Sometimes we even get friends that we can help. So it's basically a safe space for people to share, just kind of a non-judgmental place that people can come to, a person that they can trust and confide in, build a relationship with. We really have these wonderful conversations for patients. It is offered once a week. We have sessions. And for family members and friends, it's every other week. So it's just a great place. You can vent, you can cry. We're with you in the messy, and we're with you throughout every step of the diagnosis. We provide resources and guidance. And then after your loved one passes, we are still with you. So our services do not go away. We do not have a timeline because grief doesn't have a timeline. So we are with you and we hold your hand throughout all of it. So yeah, so once you have us, you're kind of stuck with us.
Yes, it's so good. And you guys, if you don't know, ALS Family of Faith, we are a newer nonprofit. We've been around for about 5 years, and like Dawn shared, we really just come alongside and offer free emotional and spiritual support to those that are living with ALS, their families, their caregivers. And we were started by a man named Steve Coughlin, who is also living with ALS. And so when he was diagnosed, um, he decided to start something that would not only help him throughout his ALS diagnosis, but also help others.
Are a Christian non-denominational organization. However, we are open to everyone. So it doesn't matter what your belief system is or if you're not a believer and you're just looking for that support. We are here for all.
Our care partners are not licensed counselors. That is not something that we offer. Rather, I would say our care partners is a brother and sister in Christ who want to come alongside you and be that sounding board and person that wants to support you throughout your journey with ALS, reminding you that you are not only loved by your people around you, but by God, and that you still have purpose and that you are loved and cared for. Family of Faith is based, or no, hold on. ALS Family of Faith solely functions off of donations. That means that we rely on people who believe in our cause and who want to come alongside us and partner with us so that we can continue offering these free services to those that are living with ALS and their families and caregivers. So, what does that really look like? It looks like one, sharing this with your friends and family. The biggest way that we can share how we are serving the community is by those that have received services or are receiving services to share with their friends and family of how we are impacting their lives. But also, it looks like events. We have a yearly spin-a-thon and we have a um, home run derby, and we have so many ideas for fundraisers that we want to continue doing for ALS Family of Faith, for people outside of the ALS community to partner with us. and give towards loving and serving the ALS community in this unique way. Um, Thankfully, the ALS community is getting more awareness. People are learning more about ALS than I think they ever have in the past. But in my opinion, ALS is still very, very unknown when it comes to the public eye. And really, it's because people die so quickly of ALS. And so within this community, we do have more services than they've ever had. But ALS Family of Faith comes alongside and not only offers emotional support, but spiritual support. Because if you've ever gone through any kind of traumatic event in your life or medical trauma, especially a diagnosis like ALS, whether you know God or have known God, you are going to wrestle with your spiritual life and who God is, who God says I am. Is there a God? I'm angry at God. I don't know how to feel about this. It's something that I think every person wrestles with at some point in their life, but especially with a diagnosis like ALS, this is something that people wrestle with. And so ALS Family of Faith is able to come alongside each person and offer these free services and free support to those that are in this community. And so we do have a small niche, and it is definitely unique, but it is bridging a gap within the ALS community. And so just look forward to more fundraising opportunities and partnerships with ALS Family of Faith, because we are growing and we are excited to be a part of this community and just serve each person that comes through ALS Family of Faith and who needs this support.
Absolutely. And it's so great because all of the other things that we offer too. So, on top of our Care Partner program, that we also send out cards each month. So, these are actually like handwritten cards that are sent out as just a reminder that somebody's caring for you, somebody's thinking of you. And who doesn't like to get a card in the mail? We never get that anymore. So, it's just like having that. And we send about 80 cards out a month. And then we also have our church service. We just started that about 6 months ago. So our church service is for those that can no longer get out. We just saw a need there that we needed to fill. And just a place of community and a message that resonates with what our folks are going through. So we always have a guest speaker that comes, and it's usually, a pastor from a neighboring church or a community church that steps in. They learn about ALS. Some have been affected by ALS personally, and then they come on and share this heartfelt message. And then in addition to that, we also have a testimonial at our churches given by an ALS patient or caregiver. So anyways, it's always, we try to just make it encouraging and uplifting, and that is growing each month. It's so great to see new members on there each month. So that is something else that we offer. And then we also offer support groups. So right now we currently have one going on for caregivers. And so again, just a place that we need that community, right? And sharing with other people that truly get it. But we do add in that faith base. So if people do say, hey, I'm leaning on God or I'm leaning on my faith, that is welcomed here. So we just really try to be supportive of the whole person. And that means, emotionally, physically, spiritually, all of those things we try to combine. So that's really what makes us so unique and how we try to serve.
Thanks,
Yay.
Dawn.